Hey guys, One Clue here. I hope all of you are doing really well and having a really good day. Are you still using Linode and Mangoes for your Helium devices to remote control them? In today's video, I will show you how you can do this even better, cheaper, and with less work. So let's get started. So first of all, I will show you a couple of options. Basically what I'm doing is I'm using one WireGuard server and I will connect all my Mangoes to this one server. And you might be wondering, hey, One Clue, then you are using the same IP address for every miner. And yes, that's not a good thing to do. So what I'm doing is I'm remote logging into the devices whenever I need to. When I don't need the connection or the tunnel to those devices, I will disable the WireGuard server. And maybe you don't know this, but there's an option for all the GLINet devices, the Mangoes and the other ones, that you can use a service that's called Goodcloud. There you have a device list, and if you enable this correctly, you can remote log in to all your devices. You can only log into the dashboard of the router, and you cannot log into the devices that are connected to the router. But for the use case, what I'm doing with it, it's perfect. So let me show you what we need to begin. So as always, we need a Linode, and in this case, we only need one Linode. So I'm creating one. I'm giving this a label, giving this a password, and create this Linode. Give it a couple of seconds and it will boot. So the next thing we need is an installation for our WireGuard server, and for this one I'm using the WireGuard install from Angriston. I will post you the link in the video description down below so that you can easily do this your own. What you only need to do is basically to copy this commands that are written down here, just by pressing on the copy here thing, and then you're good to go. Seems like our Linode is booting currently. Perfect, so we can launch the Lush console. I will log in a second. One moment. Okay, there we are. So I'm logged in, it's already booted. We only need to paste our commands in here. The next thing we can do is type in chmod +x wireguard-install.sh /wireguard-install.sh. Okay, now it's asking me, okay, that's your IP address. I'm saying yes. My interface is ETH0. Whenever you're using something else than Linode, keep in mind it could be that you need to change it, but this script will basically take a look what kind of interface you're using, and it will try to connect to it automatically. So basically you only need to press enter all the time, as I'm doing this in this video here. You can give it a name, you can select the IP addresses that you want, or the IP range you want for it. So in this case it's 10.66.66.1. You can change this to whatever you like. Let's say for example 10.8.0.2 or whatever, then that's the interface, and every other connected device will have a higher number. Port is randomly selected. The DNS resolver, you just can press enter. Now press any key to continue. Now it's doing its thing. It's downloading all the packages that are needed for this WireGuard server. There we are. So now we need to type in your client's name. Let's say for example you have a rag or a bobcat. So I'm calling this bobcat001. I like to give it some numeric values here because maybe you have a couple of miners, so you don't want to change them around. So give this a clear identification. In my case, it's the name with a number, or you can even choose like the name of the miner, how it's named. I'm just giving it the bobcat001. I'm giving it the IP of 10.66.66.2. That's perfect, IPv address, and there we go. Basically, we are done now. That's the first installation we have done. There we go. Okay, root. Okay, all right. I will basically clear this. Alas, there we go. Okay, what you need to do now is type in cat and now the name vg0-client-bobcat wireguard-install.sh.conf.config. And that's basically your login identification. So what you need to do is you need to copy this, everything you see inside here. And now we can go over to our Goodcloud. I will, for this purpose, log into one of my Panthers, but it doesn't really matter. So on the side of the server, we are done. So now we need to change a couple of things on our Mango device or any other GLI net device that we are using. What you need to do is basically, first of all, to upgrade it to the latest version. You see, in my case, I am not on the latest version, but this is fine for my application, what I'm doing with it. What you want to do is on the left side, click on applications, go to remote access, enable the Goodcloud, enable web. You could do remote SSH, but I'm not doing this. And then you will find the device ID. Select your data server. In my case, it's Europe. If you are from Asia Pacific, you can use this. Or if you want to use the data center America, you can do this as well. You need to accept that you have read and agreed the terms of service and privacy policy, and then you can apply this. If you apply this, copy the device ID, go to the Goodcloud, and if you haven't created an account over there, do it. And what you can do then is click on add device, and you can manually add a device by using the MAC and serial number. But in the best option, what you want to do is you want to connect via Wi-Fi or via Ethernet to the Mango or whatever, and then go on this website, and it will automatically detect your device that you're connected to. Then you only need to input the device ID here. So as you've seen, we have a device ID over here. You only need to copy this device ID in there, give it a name, give it a description, maybe add a group that you want to have there to organize the things, and then only click on add device. And this device should appear on this list. Important for this step is that you enable the remote web. And that's what I'm using here as well. If you do not enable the remote web, this will not work for you. So that's step number one you need to do on your Mango device. The next step is you need to go to the VPN connection and click on WireGuard client. If you want to add a new profile, or if you already have an OpenVPN client, go in OpenVPN, abort the connection, and just delete it. You will never need this again. We will not use OpenVPN due to some issues with it that I'm running into, and due to the complexity of this, what I'm trying to do with it. So only go to WireGuard client and add a new profile. In this one, you want to go to configuration, and now it's the easy step. You just go back to your command prompt of your Linode and just copy this, all of this out there, and paste it in here. If you cannot copy out of the website because you're using the Lish console as I'm doing, you can always connect to it via the SSH command. Just if I type in, if I use my command prompt on the PC, I can basically just SSH IP root add, and then the IP address, press enter, and that's it. Then you're connected to it. Just type in your password and you're into your account. And then you can do the same command I did as before, the cat vg0-client-bobcat001.conf. This will show you the properties that you need to copy out of it, and then you can basically put it in here, click on next, give it a name, and when you have done so, just give it a name. That's it basically. Now you can go back to status. You need to allow the local network access, and you can click on connect. And what you can do then is use your WireGuard client that you have on your PC. I will show this here. That's one of my WireGuard clients, and you can connect to it. In this video, I only showed you how you can create the first user on your WireGuard server. So maybe you're wondering, how can I add another users to my WireGuard server? Because I have 20 plus hotspots and I want to give everybody of them one IP address in this WireGuard configuration. It's pretty simple. Just go up and use the same script again. /wireguard-install.sh. Press it, and now it's asking you, what do you want to do? We want to add a new user, so we are pressing 1. Okay, client name. I named this PC because this will be the IP address for my PC that I can connect into this server and be connected to every other Mango device that is on this specific network. So I'm naming this PC, that's fine, blah, blah, blah. And there we go. Same thing here. cat-root-vg0-client-pc.conf, and it will show you an interface and appear. In the WireGuard you need an extra file, so basically on your desktop or wherever you want to create this file, just create a text file, paste in the interface and the peer, and then save it as pc.conf. I know it will tell you, you are changing this file, but that's fine. Just paste it in, name it pc.conf, and that's it. Now you can connect into this WireGuard tunnel. And the best part is, as we all know, we have now with the PC the IP number .366.3, and we know our first Bobcat 001 was the number 2. So you can basically create as many connections as you want, but keep in mind, how are we going to use this successfully is you need the Goodcloud. If you have the Goodcloud, you can basically click on one device and you need to enable all the things I showed you before. And then you can click on this little icon here. This is Visit Your Device Web Admin Panel. Perfect. It will open a new website and there you can click Confirm. Now you can log in to your Mango, and what you can do here is, first of all, you don't need a VPN or anything else to log into your device if you're using the Goodcloud. But the thing is here that we are using a VPN, and in this case I'm still using an OpenVPN client, but that's fine for this. And you can basically enable the WireGuard server if you need it, but as long as you don't need it, you can disable the connection and that's it. So you're only logging in to your Mango device and enable the WireGuard VPN if you need to log in to your hotspot. If you don't need to log into your hotspot, you don't need to enable it. Maybe you are wondering, why am I doing this with a VPS from Linode? In my case, it's really a simple option. Linode is a perfect service provider, and for $5 a month, it's not that expensive. It's really cheap, to be honest, and it's one of the best solutions to manage all my devices. So what I can do now is, whenever I need to log into one of my hotspots, I go to my Goodcloud overview, I enable the VPN from WireGuard, I click connect on this, then I can open my WireGuard program, connect to it, and as always, as in one of my older videos, as I have shown you, you basically type in your IP address and then you can connect to your device. Sure, you need to keep in mind, if you're doing this, you need to change some things on the firewall, because currently, as you can see on this one, if you want to access the dashboard of the miner, it is still on OpenVPN, so this should be modified to WireGuard. But WireGuard is not set up on this device, so it's okay. But on other devices, it will show you that there's WireGuard. And that's it for this video. So now you know how you can cheaply, or cheaper than before, remote control all your devices. You only need to log in into the device if there really is anything wrong. In all the normal terms, there shouldn't be anything wrong and your devices should work just perfectly. So don't enable the VPN on your Mango device as long as you don't need it. But delete all your old Linodes and you will save a couple of bucks every month, because $5 a month for one hotspot is really expensive. And now that the Light Hotspot software is out and we don't need a static IP anymore, it's not a big deal and it's fine. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the videos, give me a thumbs up and see you on the next one.